Hello, hello. Welcome back. I'm here doing another reading. This will be for air signs. That is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And this is your love reading for April 2026. So we're going to start off with Geminis and going to pull an oracle, get an overall feel, and then we're going to kind of dive into it. And we'll talk about too the signs if they're single and the signs if they're in relationship, what that looks like for the month of April. And again, this is just to bring into your conscious awareness what you need to hear in the moment. If it resonates, it's for you. If not, move along. Month of April for love. Acceleration. Everything is speeding up around you. Opportunities appear rapidly. Focus your energy like a beam of light towards what matters most. So in true Gemini fashion, everything's happening very, very fast. This could be, well, I'm going to pull some clarifiers for this and get like a general idea. It could be you're moving pretty fast in a relationship or towards a relationship. Queen of Cups. Make sure that whatever this is, you are feeling good about it, that it's not a disempowering thing. Four Swords. Okay, this is telling you to slow down. Pump the brakes, Gemini. So it feels like the direction that April is going for you in terms of romantic love. It feels good now. It feels good in the moment, and you're like super excited. You feel like whatever project you're starting, whatever direction you're moving with this person, whether it's someone you're already with or someone that, you're just starting to talk to, it feels really good. However, this is kind of feeling like it feels good now, but it is not sustainable, and it is going to eventually be very emotionally draining for you. So this is asking you to take a step back, take a little break, take a little breather. Doesn't mean don't do anything with the relationship. It just means whatever direction you're moving or whatever you're feeling about this right now, that's so like, oh yes, gung ho, I got to move forward with this. Take a step back, pump the brakes. Okay, so we'll look at single Geminis first. April for Geminis that are single. Get out of town. I just pulled the Four of Swords. Slow down. Okay, well, let's double down on that rhetoric. Slow the heck down, Geminis. Oh my goodness. You need to rest. Now, this is like you're single, you're talking to somebody, and you're super excited about moving forward with this. It's asking you to slow down in the month of April, because if you're able to do that, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be with this person or with another person, but just in general, sorry, there's a glare on that. It's pretty bad. You're going to have a lot of emotional fulfillment if you're able to take a step back versus just rushing into things. Four of Swords. Okay. Geminis in relationships. What's happening there? Four of Cups, a lot of fours. It feels like maybe in this relationship that you're in currently, you're kind of coming out of a little bit of apathy or a little bit of distance or a little bit of like maybe you guys just got back together after a breakup or a separation. It feels like there was a period of numbness in the emotions department with this connection, but now it feels like things are coming back online and you're all like, oh my gosh, this is exciting. It's still here. I want to move deeper into this. But still with that Four of Swords appearing twice. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Okay. Yeah. And we have the Three of Cups in reverse. So this can be about third parties, not necessarily like you're aware of it. Could be either you or the person you're with has been kind of like talking to somebody else, showing interest in somebody else outside of the relationship. And maybe it caused a little bit of a fracture or a little bit of a break in between the two of you. This almost feels like you're coming out of that separation and you're super hopeful, but it still feels like that third party is hovering. Whether it's your third party or their third party, it feels like there's still something lingering with that. Lots of cups in this reading. And then we got the Seven of Cups. So definitely about like realizing in this relationship, again, this is for the month of April, kind of looking past the veil, losing some of the confusion you've been having around this. Like, yes, it feels good now, but there's going to be something that happens, I think, in April, Geminis, if you are reconnecting with this person where you're all like, "Oh, I see how things were, I see how things are, and I kind of need to slow down." Wow, how is that possible? That's crazy. Four of Cups reverse, Three of Cups reverse, Seven of Cups reverse for Geminis that are in relationships. So very emotionally charged month when it comes to relationships for Geminis. So overall, cool it a little bit, pump your brakes when it comes to jumping back into something. Take some time to step back and really feel into if this is something that you want. And if it is something you want, what does that look like for you? So definitely a little bit of the you're leaping before you look. You need to look before you leap. All right, moving on to Libras for the month of April. What does your love reading look like? Again, snapshot of the energy in the moment. Balancing currents. How Libra coded is that? You feel pulled in different energetic directions. True integration is not choosing sides, but it's finding harmony between them. Breathe into the tension. So, this April, Libras, you're going to be feeling and craving a lot of balance within your relationships. You're going to be really noting where there is an imbalance in give and take. You're going to be noting where there's an imbalance and you feel good all the time, you feel comfortable, and I don't. So, you're really going to be looking at that and kind of weighing that in the month of April. Whew. And got King of Swords. We pulled this for, I can't remember, one of the ones in fire signs, but boundaries, 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 boundaries. One of the reasons things may be feeling imbalanced is because your boundaries have been getting a little fuzzy around your relationships. And that's kind of typical for Libra. I have a Libra moon. So I get the desire and the want for connection with somebody. But we have to remember not to lose ourselves in it. There it is. The Emperor. Okay. So, all right. This almost feels like don't let yourself be bullied into submission within a relationship. Whether you're just dating, whether you've been in a relationship for a long time, you need to kind of like stand your ground and be firm in creating your boundaries a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to look at Libras that are in single Libras first. Single Libras first. All right. And then we got the Empress. Yeah, let's clarify this. King of Pentacles in reverse. Whoever the the masculine part of your connection is, or if you are the masculine part of the connection, you may be needing to reevaluate how you're approaching things a little bit. But it's definitely feeling like, did this something like this earlier. It's a need for balance. It's a need for, there needs to be a give and a take. I want another clarifier for this. Okay. So it feels like, and this is the grief card, it feels like in the past, Libras, you've really lacked a lot of your boundaries. It feels like you're kind of coming to terms with it now and trying to figure out how to form connections with people in a healthy way. And it feels like it's very frustrating for you. It feels like you have been doing relationships a certain way for so long. You feel like, and I'm getting like emotional saying this, so there's definitely a lot of old emotions behind this, but you feel like no one's ever going to want you. You feel like how can I be in a relationship if I'm not giving to this person? How can I be in a relationship if I'm not making this person comfortable? Why are they even going to want me if I'm not constantly doing something for them? You understand that there needs to be a balance and you need to have boundaries. It's just really difficult for you to wrap your head around how that even works. So, month of April is asking you to stand strong in those boundaries, to make sure you're putting your foot down when things don't feel right and being firm in your decision and not being so wishy-washy, even if you like the person. Yeah. That one's pretty loaded for single Libras. Now we've got Libras that are in a relationship. What does that look like? We got Three of Pentacles reverse, King of Wands in reverse. Someone's wishy-washy with you. Someone is not. Okay. Whoever you're in a relationship with, again, make sure you're standing strong in your boundaries and demanding of this person that, hey, how you are acting in the moment is not okay. King of Wands in reverse. Wands is about actions, like someone not having the ability to make productive action, being a little bit impulsive. And then we got Three Coins in reverse, which can be like third party sort of stuff going on. But then we got the Four of Wands, which can be about celebrations, also be a marriage card. So maybe you're engaged, or maybe you've been talking about marriage with this person, but this person is kind of revealing to you certain things that are not okay with you, and you're learning some things, and you really need to kind of be like, "Hey, we're going to move forward in this relationship and make it something solid and permanent. You can't be doing this. You have to get in line." And then again, with the Emperor, if they can't do that, then sorry, that's not okay. This is creating imbalance in my life. This is creating imbalance in my heart, in my energy field, and this is not okay for me. April's going to be a little rough. It feels like for Libras, not just Libra suns, Libra heavy charts, sun, moon, rising. And yeah, overall, man, Libras, you just got to really make sure that you're not allowing yourself to mesh so much in relationships that you feel like you become too dependent on them. You need to make sure, like, this is me, this is you, this is what we're creating together, and being able to step out of that if you need to, if it's feeling like it's too much. But yeah, definitely, this is like a take no crap sort of month for you, Libra. And I fully support you in any decision you have to make by any means necessary. You got to lay down the law. You gotta rule with an iron fist a little bit this month. All right, and last but most certainly not least, we're going to tap into Aquarius. So again, this is a love reading for the month of April 2026. What's happening in your relationships? Longing. You sense an ache you can't explain, an emptiness calling for something more. This longing is the echo of your soul's original home. Follow the thread of desire towards your greater purpose. Okay, that was emotionally charged. Okay, Aquarius's month of April is going to be really interesting. Let's get some clarity on that. See if anything pops out. There we go. Okay. You're in your head a lot, which, wow. Okay. Definitely, we've got the Nine of Swords reversed, and we've got the Ten of Swords reversed for Aquarius for the month of April. So this is kind of like coming out of anxiety, depression, getting on the other side of it. It feels like maybe you've been down and out a little bit for maybe the past couple of months or something like that, and you're starting to come out of it. And it feels like you're starting to connect the reason why you were feeling like that, to this longing, because you're not connecting with this thing that connects with you and lights you up. So what does that look like for single Aquarius? Single Pringles, King of Swords reversed. King of Swords keeps popping up. The Sun. Okay. So if you are an Aquarius and you're single, it definitely feels like we're going back to the boundaries. We're going back to like maybe overgiving or overdoing, or just like opening yourself up a little bit too much to people, and like they're just taking a little bit too much. We also got the Sun as well. So it almost feels like if you can align with that, creating boundaries. So Sun is like one of the most positive cards. So it feels like if you can kind of take that aspect out of your connection with people. Some more Queen of Cups. Yeah. Moving on from something. Yeah, it feels like if you're single, you haven't really been committing to anybody. You've just kind of been like moving through people. This doesn't feel like a bad thing though. It feels like maybe this month, if you're single, you're not supposed to necessarily be putting down any roots or making any commitments, because it still feels like you need to make sure you're following what feels good for you. And it feels like maybe the people that have been coming into your vicinity currently just don't match that. So make sure that you're still following what it is that you need. So this is for Aquariuses that are in relationships. We've got Eight of Swords reversed. Okay, the Devil, Queen of Swords reverse. Wow. Get out of your heads, guys. You silly Aquariuses. So Eight of Swords in reverse is kind of like taking off the blindfold and seeing that you have been trapping yourself in this situation. You're the one that's kind of been holding yourself back. It's not anybody else. The Devil can be about material hyper focus on, I don't want to say like material, kind of material. What are the words for this? What other words for this? Queen of Swords reverse. Again, yeah, it's about boundaries. It feels like you really haven't been doing what you want to do. You haven't been connecting with the type of people that having a hard time making choices. I don't know what's happening in your current relationship, Aquarius, but there is something there that does not align with you. And you are at a point where you're really realizing that. You're realizing that it's causing a lot of grief and strife and mental health stuff for you. How do you step out of that? How do you make that okay for yourself? How can you do that while maintaining the relationship, if that's what you choose to do? Maybe it's creating space. Maybe it's, taking a break. Maybe it's really sitting down with your partner and reevaluating what the purpose and goal of you both have within this relationship and what you both want that to look like. But there is definitely something that you're aware of that it's like you just can't grasp it in the moment, but it's something that you're longing for. It's something that is a need for you based on your personality, based on who you are. And it's like, how can we create alignment within relationships and connections with others to get you what you need to feel like you're fulfilled? So it's not so much like you're just in your head all the time or you're dealing with, yeah. Again, swords is it's air, but it's also about the mental realm. So this is causing you a lot of mental anguish. How can we get you to a point where you don't have to worry about mental anguish within relationships?